welcome to Intermissions, your backstage pass to On the Air with Florenza. You'll experience bloopers, outtakes, surprises, and all the laughter in between. Intermissions is unscripted, unfiltered, and undeniably Florenza. So put your hands together to welcome today's guest to the show. So much, Michelle, for joining me on this episode of On the Air with Florenza, where we're going to discuss your newest book, Darling Beast. And I have so many questions, like I really do. But before we get into any of that, you said that you have watched a few of my shows and you're used to all the drinking and the shenanigans that take place. So we're going to toast to a fantastic show. What do you have? Oh, are
I
you?
just have water, but I'm on the West Coast, so it's still pretty early here for me.
I've had people tell me it's water only to confess later that it was really vodka, but I'll go
Oh,
with
I would
you.
tell you.
Look, I'll go with you. It's working hours. So, yeah, I'm sipping on pink margarita, but as I said, you're like my fifth interview for today, and it's been a whole lot of drinking going on. So, boys and girls, if I start to slur, it's not a stroke. It's tequila. Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I really need to start doing pre-mix because I don't know how to mix properly. Uh, yes, we're going to dive into your book in a little bit more about who you are in about 3 or 4 minutes. I wanted to start off with questions for the segment that gets pulled out called intermissions. And it's really just a way of having fun because I generate way too many questions and I hate throwing questions away. So I just recycle them. That's all. So
Perfect. Perfect. I love it.
we're going to recycle. All right. We've got some true or false, some would you rather, and some tell the truth style questions.
Okay.
Our
Okay.
first
Yikes.
one,
Okay.
our first one is true or false. You've mentally cast each exotic animal and darling beast with an A-list celebrity voice. Ooh, I don't think you did, but it sounds like it should be done. So I'm going to
That's
say
false, but
false.
I'm like, wait, that is the best idea. I love that. I may have to do that.
See, that's great. That's what I was saying. It sounds like it should be true, but then it's false. Okay.
Yeah, sadly, it's not. I didn't think of that. I should have.
Nice. Oh, so if you had, who would Gabby be, or who would be the voice for Gabby, or Gabby's character?
Oh, gosh, that's really hard. And I'm not great with like younger celebrities, 'cause Gabby's in her early 20s. So I feel like I'm not in awesome touch with that.
Uh-huh.
Um,
But what would her
I kind
personality
I
be?
kind of pictured her looking like, even though she's British, Daisy Edgar Jones with like the bangs and the dark hair. Now, of course, Daisy Edgar Jones is British, but that is kind of who I pictured for Gabby. And a little more,
Ooh,
she's a little schlubby. She doesn't care what she wears, so not stylish, but that kind of look.
ooh, okay. I can see that. I can see that. Would you rather? Would you rather be trapped in a hot air balloon with your most chaotic character or forced to ride cross country in a sprinter van with the entire gun family?
I'm going to say the hot air balloon with an animal.
Which of the chaotic animals would it be?
Well, definitely not the cassowary at the end. I would say maybe, a grackle, a nice little bird.
Okay. Oh, well, you're in the air, you may as well.
Yeah,
They can at least fly off and get help.
exactly.
If it tell the truth, if an animal magically appeared every time you were about to make a questionable decision, as in too much tequila in your glass, what creatures would show up most often?
Um, I'm trying to think what would show up the most often. Probably something I didn't like a snake or something like that. Something that would scare the bejesus out of me.
And put you back on track.
Yes, exactly.
And see, and I love snakes. Like they are
Oh
my
my
pet of
gosh.
choice.
I can't even see an innocent gardener snake in the wild. I will lose my mind.
Oh, yes, I love them. Okay, true or false? One scene in this book was written after, this is true or false. One scene in this book was written after a real life family reunion with hilariously off rails. And I'm going to say false.
False, but I did borrow one little tidbit about that happens to Gabby that I borrowed from my own sister. So I will say that. But none of the big scenes that happen.
Okay, because I'm like, does your sister know?
She'll know when she reads it. I don't know if she's read it yet.
And our last one for this segment. Would you rather fight off a scandal with charm or dodge it completely with a well-timed flamingo? Are you a dancer?
No, not at all. I would say I would like to dodge it with a flamingo or other cool animal.
Excellent.
And this wraps up our episode of Intermissions, your backstage pass to On the Air with Florenza. Be sure to check out the full interview for this author as well as others on Florenza's podcast, On the Air with Florenza. And until next time, cheers.